Sergeant First Class V here, back with another GCSS-Army helpful video. And today we're going to talk about displaying your MEL notifications and being able to view your waiver forms for MELs. All right, so your MELs are put in place for equipment that has exceeded the amount of money you can spend on it. All right, so a MEL notification allows you to authorize the purchasing of parts, man hours, and so forth, right, or perform any other maintenance functions. So a lot of us as maintenance managers don't realize that MEL, if it's not approved by the commander, just like the SARP, it's just going to sit there in limbo. So you'll notice this because you'll have long non-managed capable time. You will see no parts on order. You'll have no document numbers. You'll have no parts tracking or any statuses on the equipment. All right, so that we got to keep that in mind. So your MEL, so it's the MEL is a logistics code, usually Oscar or Sierra, for obsolete or discontinued, right? So I know a lot of us are in the boat, especially with the 1097s. They've exceeded the MEL, but we still use them on a daily basis. We don't have replacements for them right now. So one way to maintain them, because we are to maintain all military equipment 1020 standards. The Army's maintenance standard is 1020. So we have to make sure that we are tracking this and we actually have the commander or designated representative go in there and approve it. All right. So like I said, if the commander doesn't check GRME often or the workbench, then more likely it's just sitting there in limbo. So I'm going to show you how to display the MEL notifications, what an approved one looks like, what one pending looks like, and I'm going to show you how to print the waivers. So keep in mind, if you want to learn more about the MELs, you can look in AR 750-1 or contact your TACOM reps and all that and actually get the technical bulletin that covers the MELs. And we're also going to look at the form for the MEL. The electronic version is DA form 7723 Echo. Now you can get the 7723 regular form PDF version off of Army pubs. So just keep that in mind, all right? So when we talk about the waivers, you are required to have a signed waiver, and you're also required to file it in accordance with ARAMs, all right? So keep that in mind. So some of the issues I've seen lately with the MEL notifications is, one, units have no idea how to pull a MEL notification, didn't know they exist. They were just concerned or didn't understand why their parts were not being approved and going through the release strategy because of the equipment exceeding the MEL. So without further ado, let's jump into GRME here. And I'm going to show you how to pull your MEL notifications and waivers. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and hit that bell so you're notified when my new videos drop. So the T code we're going to be working in is IW29, okay? So when IW29 pops up, so you can do this multiple ways. You can set up a variant if you want. I encourage you to check out my previous videos, how to set up variants. Pretty simple, straight to the point. So when I pull my MEL notifications, I click all the boxes here just to make sure I'm capturing everything, okay? So notification type. So for notifications for MELs, it's Mike Lima. Remember that, Mike Lima. Now down here for the notification dates, now you can run a certain date to date if you wish, but I always clear it just to be safe here. Then like I said, you can set up a variant. I can go down to your main work centers. You're just going to put in your work centers here. So, get them here. All right, so once you have all that loaded, all you're going to do is hit the execute button, and this is going to pull all of the MELs in those units, right? So like I said, a couple things to keep in mind. If your commander designated representative does not approve it, it's going to sit here and say pending. So I'm going to sort this A to Z, and I'm going to show you. So if you look here in the user status, right, you'll see approved and pending, right? If they are rejected, it'll say rejected, but I don't think we have any rejected right now. All right, cool. So there's a lot the screen can tell you, right? So it's going to tell you the equipment description of what it is, but most importantly is the notification number, right? So if you click on the notification number, it's going to pop up here. This is part of your MEL form, okay? So if you hit the glasses to view the work order, it's going to tell you wait to start light coming on. Right? So you see here they ordered a glow plug. So with a MEL notification, just like SARP, it has to be approved. So all of this area here is going to be grayed out. Even though it says immediate, it's not going to release until it's actually approved. All right. So keep that in mind. So if you look, this is your MEL form, estimated repair, how much it's going to cost, the percentage is going to, the 3 questions it asks you on the MEL waiver form, these are going to be either yes or no, right? So approved and rejection, so your commander, designated representative, is able to put in the remarks here if he was to deny it. But more than likely, I'm hoping that he's listening to the maintenance managers and the motor sergeants and the people actually doing the work, saying, hey, this equipment is definitely worth fixing, all right? So it's pretty simple to pull your waivers, right? All you're going to do is go to enhancements, notifications, print MEL form. Go to print preview, and now it's going to pull up your MEL waiver. All right. Like I said, this is for use in this form, CAR 750-1. Okay. So it's going to, of course, have your admin under part 1. Part 2 is the MEL calculation. All right. So it's going to calculate everything for you. And then down here, the MEL waiver process. So it's going to ask you, is the replacement item available? Yes. Is the replacement item through new procurement? Can you get it from another manufacturer off post? Or how can you fix it? And then are the resources available for repair? So that's your man hours and whatever it may be. And down here is your written justification for exceeding the MEL. So like I said, it's either going to be approved or rejected, right? And then down here, submitted by will be filled out, and then approved by, all right? So that's pretty much your MEL. So that was one that was approved. Let's go back and I'm going to show you one that's pending. Let's just try this one. Light horn. No parcel order for that one. I'm trying to find one here with parcel order for you. Let's try this one. Battery service. Nope. But anyway, here's all of the MELs, and like this, even if you're doing a service on a piece of equipment for a MEL, right? So I know I've had a unit saying that their work orders for their services weren't being released. So this is why. So even with a service, it's going to require a MEL notification. Passenger side rear tire and yep, nothing to order for this one either. Jeez, batting 1,000,000 tonight. But there's a lot you can do from this screen. Like I said, make sure you're talking with your commanders or designated representatives to make sure that you actually, here you go, driver's side front tire low, gasket set. So we already know this is the wrong part for this vehicle, but here's an example of one that's pending, okay? And then if you scroll over, it's always going to say never, right? So keep that in mind. I hope this video was helpful. Like I said, this is for your MEL notifications, all right? And like always, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and go Ordnance.